So this is the abandoned Elm Street, and you can see that the roof has gone on that one without putting a drone up, because it actually you can see there, and it was a fire in 2021. So I'm just going to give the story as concisely as I can that I've heard, that it was a row of terraced houses but also partly used for business. It's not clear why it was abandoned. You can see that there are some normal houses over there, so if being so close to the M53 was an issue, then they could move as well. There must have been a reason why nobody wanted to stay here hardly, and yet housing is now in demand. That having a terraced house near the motorway wouldn't seem so bad. I even know someone who lives right by the motorway. Literally, almost, if this was the motorway here, where I'm standing would almost be the edge of their kitchen. So this was an Indian restaurant back in the 90s. The abandonment seems to have been around maybe 2005 or 6. It's a danger hazard area, and you've got these boards. If you put your camera up, you probably see in, but I've got no flashlight on at the moment. And there's the Bellissima, was the Indian restaurant, and it loops round back onto Merseyton Road, and you're not very far away from the likes of the boat museum, now called the National Waterways Museum. I did know that. And obviously the roadway going to Ellesmere Port. There's also an abandoned station hotel. So this business, though, despite the rest of the street being abandoned, might have been there in 2020, possibly. So this stayed on, and this has now declined over just a shorter time. So you basically can see into this. This is quite spooky, because literally there's no glass, and you can just see in. It's focusing on that, which is annoying. I'm a bit wary. It's like, oh, someone's going to come. I'm on my own doing this now. But that's almost like getting into the building slightly, because it's got this metal bar, but you can just see in. It's like, oh, my voice is echoing around that room now. You can, this is good, what we can do. So let's, sometimes these flashes aren't that helpful to get much light. As you can see, I'm struggling a bit here. Kind of going on the window, but yeah, there you go. The couch still in there. Isn't this just ridiculous? And this doesn't seem too far gone, so I think it's got like the paneling on the ceilings kind of all right. It's been open to the elements. Would that thing stop doing that? Where's the light? Where's that? Yeah, there you go. See, bloody focus. See, there you go. So that hasn't fallen in. It's only more recent abandonment. So it's sort of the 2020s. It's probably 2021. Well, there's someone passing now. Ooh. Whereas this one is a lot longer. Turn this light off. Bellissima. People have got in. How have they got in? I don't know. And that's a bit spooky, but I think that's designed to kind of make it harder to get into it. It kind of, it goes round. Have a look. Bit. Dodgy on your own. It leads to a load. Apparently, there's a probation centre there. Don't ask me how I know that. It's not me on probation, but someone was. They said, "This is a business now, and people dump off stuff, don't they? Fly tipping." And there's a view straight out to the Mersey up there. So it's just your tyre. Unless we come here. We've got a nice view. Yeah, it's getting dark though. Right now. So I'm not going far from the car. I could try to just put the flash feature on again, but it wasn't great. But it's sort of, it's where it is struggling to focus. So, but that got every spider's web. It is actually, but I can see with my eyesight. So I just need to get the, I don't know why this is so difficult actually. It's actually where the, yeah, I don't know, it is difficult to get it to focus. Oh, there you go. So it took me a while doing that. There we go. So you can see there's a few things in there, table and things like that, and just a few things, and my voice is echoing around. There's a few pulled out drawers over there, and I can see, and it would be hard to put the camera up, that the so it's focusing right on those spiders' webs, that there's a hole in the roof, but I'm trying not to get, there you go, if that would focus now, there you go, so there's a hole in the living room roof, but God, is this awful. There you go, did it then. So you can see that. And it's protected by this grill, because you've got a broken window there, and you've got, also it's just open to that, so when you don't want to drop it in here, do we? You can also sort of see in the danger hazard area. The glass is broken behind the, that was a bit spooky. There's like a little drop of something, little thing there. Yeah, it's not the best. People will have a better way of doing it than me. See them turning the brightness down. You can still see out to there, but it's like not really giving you much. I can see more with my eyes than this. So you can see there's like a cabinet, goes right through to a door there. It actually goes quite far back into more doors. It's spooky. It's not really showing on video. You can just about see it because it's a bit weak. The whole light just tends to make this murky, milky rubbish filming, doesn't it? I don't think this will be much better in the day. Sometimes it kind of is. Let's do that, but that doesn't really help much. But basically you can make out the outline better there. And if I go back to this one now and do it, you're going to get, yeah, I don't know, you can't really see much there. So yeah, it's just, so same story throughout really, yeah. But at least the roofs they're damaged, but they're on these ones. So when you sort of go into this now, the industrial unit there is still active. Music matters. And these roofs are not that damaged. I mean, these could be salvaged. The glass has been put through. So it's, you know, these could be salvaged, I think, definitely. Let's see. That's quite one last view I wanted to do. This is interesting. Is that, so there we go, we'll come back to this again. See, the damage there is more obvious when you look at it a bit more. And as for where it is, it's just on this Merseyston road. It's technically, it is the A5032, and this is still current stuff that is not abandoned here. And you get people coming. So yeah, that's just basically quite a rough part as well. Or we've got the Stanlow Industry, and those that look like the outbuildings of the, you know, part of the National Waterways Museum, as it's now known, the Boat Museum. So this really does look, and it's kind of strange. I've never noticed it. I actually have come past on this road many times in the noughties and so on, and the tens decade, and just, well, I mean, you wouldn't have noticed that because the damage there was 2021, but I've never heard anyone talk about it or anything until just recently, so it's interesting. Elm Street in Ellesmere Port. Oh, shouldn't be including the car on it, should I? So that may have messed the video up.